Today, I finally cracked the code to speed farming in Aurora because I really hate this dungeon. Farming this thing takes so much time and double drop is coming. I don't want to spend 3 minutes doing this dungeon and still lose here and there. It's very annoying. So this team right here is not 100% win rate, maybe 85 to 90%. And I'm very, very fine with that because it is very fast and I'm going to get done with my stamina as quickly as possible in Aurora because you need the Bulwark, Bloodbath, and Strive for PvP. I have a couple different variation here, but this is the one that I was very, very happy with. So we're going to start out with Linglo, providing the heal for the team. You need to have a healer so you can clear the debuff so that your team can actually do damage. So even with skill 3 maxed out and no dupe, unfortunately, I think if I get like 1 or 2 dupe in here, it's going to be amazing. And you need, okay, Supernova. Without Supernova, it's going to be very hard to clear the debuff. And then, if possible, get a cure set in there. So I think the most optimal setup for Linglo is going to be Supernova, Speed, Cure, and Evolve Guard. But unfortunately, I don't have the exact shell. It's totally fine though. And then after that, I have my Holden to strip the boss immunities. My Holden just got a second dupe from the Union system. I'm so happy, man. His crit rate is so high. So Holden's going to be there to strip the immunity. He double hit, so very consistent strip. And he can also land the resistant down, allowing Rosa to potentially land a slow debuff on everyone on the enemy team. If you crit, your chance to strip is like sky high. I have high accuracy to land the pushback with skill 2, which is also very important. My shell on him is going to be Jackal Guard. You can also run Gigabyte so that he can gain that turn in between and push back the boss so that the boss can hit you a bit less. And my gear is going to be Swift Smite for the accuracy, and I trying to sound Unbreakable so I get a bit more defense so that he can revenge, but realistically is a bit RNG for PvE build. So I run accuracy, and crit rate because if he crit, your Rosa can follow up as well. My third to move on the team is going to be Dyna. So you heal, you strip. Actually, the heal and strip can interchange, not too important, but I like clearing the debuff as quickly as possible. So I have my third to move is going to be Dyna. Dyna's going to provide an AoE death down and potentially vulnerable and erosion. Unfortunately, even if you maxed out her skill, your chance of landing defense down is pretty much the same, which is kind of sad. I hope it can go up a little bit, but they're trying to keep it balanced, I guess. Add a bit of RNG for your fun run, yeah? She's gonna be on Jackal Guard as well. I think you can also run her on Codex of Magic, whatever you like, and it's gonna be crit rate, accuracy, and accuracy, because she will do some attack on the enemy, and when she crit, Rosa attack together with her as well. You don't need like super insane accuracy because Holden land the rest down like all the time. So I'm running Swift and Swift Smite and whatever, just trying to have her high accuracy, if possible, high crit rate as well, so that when she crit, Rosa follow up. The fourth to move is going to be Sukiomi. So Sukiomi must be on Codex of Magic. Like, there's no debate in this one. Okay, she has to be. So you got to farm a little bit of Wrangle to get your Codex of Magic because she can buff and keep the attack buff and speed buff on Rosa before this unit use skill 2 so that she can extend the speed buff and attack buff on Rosa again. So you get like 3 turn on Rosa with attack and speed buff. Very, very good. So she's going to be on Codex. She's going to buff Rosa. She has to move after Dyna, okay? If she move in front of Dyna, then she's going to buff Rosa. Rosa's going to move in front of Dyna. It's going to mess up the entire team. So she has high crit as well so that she can crit when she attack with a skill 2 to reduce the cooldown. But overall, she's only there to buff Rosa twice, use the skill to reduce Rosa cooldown so Rosa can skill 3 once again, and also Holden can strip. And the last one to move is going to be Rosa. My Rosa is on Fang. I think that is probably going to be the best. You can also run Revelation. You can also run Auto Shell, like Count as well, depending on the Matrix bonus you have, okay? Because in this game, you cannot choose what you get. Like, I would love to have Key 9, Fury, Fury Edge, or Momentum, Fury, Fury Edge, or whatever optimal combination is. But I just don't have the combination. So I'm going to be playing with Onslaught Fury and Fury Edge right here. And I run crit damage, and crit damage. So triple crit damage. I actually level up my skill 1 by 1 level because I just couldn't kill the boss before I skill up this 1 level. because my gear is not just good enough. So I scaled up and it became so much more consistent with a bit more damage. I think I saw so many YouTube run that show she have level 4 skill 1, which is even better. So much more damage with that. So that'll be great if you can have that. And then max dupe Rosa is going to be amazing as well. However, it's going to be very important to max out skill 2 and skill 3 for maximum damage output. And I've tried with other build like Golden Lion or Count or Revelation. I still like the White Fang a whole lot. So let's go for a quick run demonstration. As you can see, the boss gonna start off with immunity. The boss is very, very fast. We're gonna start with a heal here. I think the heal turn order is not super important. Like she can move like a bit later. That's gonna be just fine. So we're gonna strip with Holden. The speed you need to have is around 265-ish to move in front of the left tower, the left ads. So here comes Sukiomi with the attack and speed buff. We didn't land the erosion, but it's okay. Usually if I land the vulnerable, the run is pretty much in the bag, unless I miss like everything. There is a chance for you to miss the strip, and you can also miss the defense break. There is always a chance. So this team will never be 100% win rate, like no matter what, because the moment you miss, this dungeon becomes very, very challenging. However, the moment you land your debuff, it becomes very, very simple. As you can see right there, I crit with almost everybody else, and Rosa always follow up. So this is not going to be like a beginner guide to a beginner run. This is like an optimized endgame run, where everything is very well built and you know the speed tuning and you do very good damage. So I got a 1 minute clear time here, and I've seen my run became faster as well, like sub 1 minute. And this is my best team for this dungeon. But there's also a couple different fun build that I want to show you guys. On the journey to build this team, I was messing around with this Golden Lion Battle Wheel build. Holy shit, it's really fun. So for this build, I'm running Rosa on Momentum, Battle Wheel, Fury Edge, and Golden Lion. So she hit harder over time. And the moment you proc your Battle Wheel, she do so much damage. It's a little bit hilarious, okay? But I'm not sure we can proc in this run though, because your run can become like 50 seconds if she proc the Battle Wheel like every time she attack. But if you don't, then it's not as cool, right? It's gonna be worse damage output than like White Fang, for example. So I think for consistent damage output, you definitely gonna want White Fang or Count so that you get the attack buff. Whatever give you the best Matrix bonus, okay? Doesn't matter to me. So here we go. Can we proc the Battle Wheel? 1 attack, 2 attack. Oh, we didn't proc the Battle Wheel right there. Unfortunate. But look at that. The Golden Lion's giving me extra accuracy and extra final damage. And with that, if I max out skill 1, I can push back the boss really consistently because of the extra accuracy I'm gaining through Battle Wheel. Through Golden Lion. Come on, I want to see. Look at that. I'm 3 stack in. Like, holy damage I'm doing on that thing with a follow-up. The follow-up damage is insane. And by the way, if you revenge with Holden, your Rosa also follow-up. It's very funny. All right, can we finish the boss here? Good damage. Good damage. Dude, we didn't proc the Battle Wheel a single time, and we still killed the boss rather quickly. 1 minute and 11 seconds. So also a very solid run with the Battle Wheel Golden Lion, but I'm gonna promise you, White Fang is just so much more consistent. I've seen the Golden Lion not doing so well in some run that could drag to like 1 minute 50 seconds. However, there's also another team that can make your run 50 seconds, but it is not as safe. It's a little bit sus. So the team will involve 2 damage dealer. So you don't have to rebuff, and then it's going to get very annoying. The team is going to be with my Rosa and with my Ditting. But the healer is going to be Chiaki. Unfortunately, Linglo heal is actually not good enough to clear the debuff immediately. But Chiaki, the red Chiaki heal, can do that. Maybe if you go like Swift, Kyo, and Evolve Gun Linglo, you can clear the debuff immediately. But you have to rely on the healing overtime of Linglo to clear the debuff. But with Chiaki, and you maxed out the skill 3, you don't even need to max the cooldown, you can clear the debuff immediately. But you don't clear like the red debuff that deal damage over time. It's a bit annoying. However, with this build right here, you can actually destroy this boss if the thing go very, very smoothly. So the boss gonna do it, and the turn order is gonna be the same as well. You're going to strip the boss immunity. You're going to apply your thing. But I think the biggest limiting factor to this run is whether I land a slow debuff on the right ads. So here, right, you can see that I will cleanse the yellow debuff immediately. But the problem is I will not land a slow debuff on the right ads, and the Ryans will move very, very early, and that will mess up the debuff situation on the boss. However, if things go very, very smoothly, this is way faster than using Rosa single DPS kind of build. But if I don't push back right here and I miss like the erosion or I miss the vulnerable, it becomes like just very sus. I don't like it a lot. Or maybe if your DPS is built like way faster, that's gonna be great as well. So I think this one is gonna be a very good run because we land pretty much every debuff under the sun. Oh, the boss cleanse. You see that? Like the ditting just doesn't move fast enough, and we still win. We still got a very fast run, but I would say if the right ads cleanse the right debuff and you don't land the right debuff, it can get a little bit sus right there. But the run exists and it can be done. I think there will be a way to make it a bit safer, but I don't know how to do that just yet. I'm going to stick with my slightly longer run, but way, way safer than whatever this is. And because Sukiomi is going to be a sort of free-to-play character, free-to-play friendly because you can get her via event with no RNG, you can pick her. I think Sukiomi is one of the best PvE/PvP unit in the game because I'm using Sukiomi in here. I'm also using her in my Doki Doki. I'm also using her in almost every other PvE content like Phantom Theater, Ethernet Rally, Cage Rumble, and also use her in all the Union battle every single time to like boost my Messiah. I'm also using her in RTA, in some more aggressive comp that I draft once in a while. So I think Tsukiyomi has insane usage rate for my own account. I'm not sure about other people, but Tsukiyomi is probably one of the best character in the game for like multiple different purposes. I think I use her more than I use my claws, to be very honest with you, okay? And my skill up situation is I try to get her the speed in the skill 1. I don't think the last one is going to be super important. And the skill 3, I really want to max it out because look at that cooldown minus on this very long cooldown skill. And if possible, the skill 2 as well, but it's not going to be very, very important. It's kind of funny that she deal damage based on defense. Like she buff attack and speed, but she doesn't scale with attack and speed. It's so weird. I think if she scale with speed, that's going to make her like one of the best support in the game, hands down for the aggressive purpose, like speed run and like PvP, that kind of stuff. But overall, very, very solid. And I really, oh my god, I really want to max out my Rosa skill 1. I think that's going to make my run even more consistent. And I'm just a Rosa sim, okay? They still haven't sold a Rosa skin yet, and that is ridiculous to me. Like, make me spend money, please. What the fuck is going on with you? Anyway, guys, that's going to be my Aurora farming team. Hope you guys will be enjoying your double drop weekend because I know I will be farming a whole lot of this dungeon. Swift Smite is one of the best, like one of the best module in this entire game. And Momentum Fury is also one of the best damage dealer module for like PvE farming. I think if I farm this enough, I will go back to the Terramaton dungeon and have like a crazy team as well. I ignore that entirely. And the other strategic gear like Strive, Bulwark, and Bloodbath are just so PvP important that if you want to push in PvP, you're going to be spending a whole fucking lot of time in this dungeon. And Colossal God for Rahul, Holden, and Mizuki. Oh my god. I'm going to be spending like, I think 80% of my stamina in this dungeon. It's going to be very fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.